Dum da dum dum.
Hey guys, Sean here. Quick one to clear some of the backlog. I've been busy. So going back to my TIPX that won't shoot under 40 joules. Another fellow Canadian, Scavenger Nick, I'll link his channel on the bottom. He shoots a lot of air guns, CO2 powered air guns. And he actually chills, so it doesn't freeze. He puts his CO2s in the refrigerator to take that hot shot out. So it really balances out the CO2 and you get more consistent shots right off the bat, as opposed to, when we puncture these CO2s in our less lethal devices, we normally get that really high shot and then it kind of starts dwindling down after that. But that gap between the first and the second, and sometimes it's the second shot that's the highest, it's just really marker dependent. But he asked what would happen in my TIPX that won't go under 40 joules. So currently it is backed, the velocity screw is backed all the way out. This is a TCR valve in here. I did some shorts or videos, a little while ago, and I just got sidetracked. So I did the complete opposite of what he said, and I put them in the freezer. This one is not in the freezer. This has been at room temp, so we're just going to confirm that my launcher still is shooting hot and uncontrollably hot before I go and grab those CO2s out of the freezer. Now they've been in there for, I don't know, probably 3 weeks now, and they keep rolling out every time I open the door. So I think it's about time I clear them out of there. So this is gonna answer, some of my own curiosity here, and that's, you guys have been, at least I've been seeing a lot of YouTube channels, testing the cold weather theory, and there is absolutely something to it. I generally don't store my launchers somewhere where that type of cold would probably affect them. Home defense stuff's inside, obviously, and the other ones, well, we won't go into that. So before we go grab those frozen ones, we'll load up. I believe I was shooting riot balls. So these are 9.9 grams. And this magazine takes 8. I'm not even gonna breech load one because whatever it's doing right now, and I just haven't had a chance to get to the bottom of it. And another fellow, forget about Dre, sent me some stuff to have a look at in here because he had a similar issue, and I just really haven't got around to it. So we'll puncture this. Put on safety there. And let's go see what it's shooting right now. I should have done this before, actually. This launcher has been sitting in the garage since those last videos. So it's like 15 degrees, 16 degrees, It's cooler, but the CO2 was in about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's see what it does. Pardon the mess. It's been very easy around here. So around 300 feet per second would be 40 joules with a 9.9 gram. Right on the money, pretty much. That's like 40, I think that's around 41. 284. And then she falls hard. And it shouldn't fall that hard either. That's another reason why I want to kind of get to the bottom of why this won't turn down. It should be more, you should be able to balance that power a lot better than what it's doing right now. That should be the last one. All right, we'll grab the frozen CO2. This is the one I just took out of the freezer. It's been in there for a couple weeks. And it's reading, it seems as it picks it up. The first reading is the good one. Like a -5, -4 point something. What is it? -5.4. There was a good solid reading there. And that's about the temperature of my freezer. So I'm going to call that accurate. Frozen CO2 in the launcher. Ooh. It's a little sticky in there. I'm not even gonna oil it. We'll do the same, puncture it right now. Didn't make any weird noises. Same 9.9 gram rye balls. See what it do. I'd say I better hurry up before it warms up, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So here we go. It's been like a minute. 302 was the hot shot on the room temp CO2. Noticeably less. That was to be expected, but now what I want to see is it more consistent than what it was doing with that other CO2? That did not read for whatever reason, and that definitely wasn't less than 100. That is crazy. I'm not going to do the math. I think you can see it. I think the numbers spell it out. While I didn't see the hot shot that I did on that room temp one, the consistency was far better with the frozen CO2. Go figure, right? That's, you know, I've watched him do it. I've watched Scavenger Nick do it. And it works. It works. It doesn't answer why my TIPX won't go under 40 joules, but that is something that I'm going to have to take into consideration. See you guys.